This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore.
Today's episode is brought to you by dipshit Republicans. Again, the entire show could be on a daily basis sponsored by dipshit Republicans. Jim Lucas, in this case, an Indiana lawmaker, former Marine, owns a print shop, and brandished a weapon. Maybe brandished is a little harsh. He didn't wave it threateningly or menacingly, but he flashed his concealed firearm. That's the point of concealment, Jim. Flashed his concealed weapon to a group of high school students who were there at the Capitol in Indiana to lobby lawmakers on gun policy. Where do I begin here? I mean, one, this guy is a problem. He's such a problem. He is so supreme in his dipshittery that there are several other controversies that make this one look like small fry. Quoting Joseph Goebbels on his Facebook page, making idiotic remarks about the Uvalde shooting, putting pictures of nooses along with black suspects. He's a nightmare. A nightmare. So much of a nightmare that I would not be surprised if he ends up in Congress here in Washington, D.C. I have the video of him flashing his weapon to the students who are expressing to him their dismay, the trauma that they face on a daily basis, being just students in America, and just the way of the world now, where they have to run through drills, active shooter drills, where to hide, what to do, how to act. It's a different America. And rather than deal with these kids with compassion and empathy, he flashes his gun, the very thing that they're there to talk about. Let me just show it's a 6-minute video. I'm going to play like a minute of it to give you a flavor. This is the moment that he flashes the gun. But the conversation is all over the place. And he is just a dangerous dipshit. Watch this idiot.
Is something that is going to implement and change gun violence. I mean, having more guns and making it more accessible to everyone, people with mental health issues.
Are you going to keep talking over me, or are we going to have a discussion?
I mean,
no, mental health.
I'm 17.
You're making my point. You're making my point of the individual to be able to defend themselves, because you're not going to get every gun taken off the street.
That's not the goal.
We can minimize it, though.
Our goal is to not ban guns and to take them off the streets.
Give me a law. For instance, what would you like to see happen?
I don't know off the top of my head. I don't know the law.
Okay, you guys
I know
that in Australia, guns are banned all across, and there hasn't been a mass shooting there in years.
And those people are dependent upon what their government tells them what they can and can't do. They're not free. You're not truly free if you can't defend yourself.
So, do you mean by carrying it?
Yes, I'm carrying it right now.
See, and nothing about that makes me feel safe, though. I'm saying nothing about someone carrying a gun makes me feel safe. It makes me feel threatened. Okay, and that's what this is about. This is about feelings. Yes, it is.
People that want to kill you don't care about your feelings, though.
Exactly, that's the problem. That's the problem. There's absolutely no empathy, no sympathy.
No, I'm up here fighting to protect your right to be able to defend yourself against people that want to do you harm.
There's a lot there. First of all, you got to give kids a chance to develop the rhetorical skills to go at it one-on-one with someone who's a lawmaker, who's a grown man. So if they didn't say the right thing, you can't hold it against them. They're kids. Secondly, Jim Lucas, do you honestly want to stand there and say that the people of Australia aren't free? It's not a free country in Australia. Is that your contention, dipshit? Secondly, taking the line right out of Ben Shapiro's framework of argumentation, that facts don't care about your feelings. Yeah, those are feelings. I'm talking about facts. Is it a fact that Australia is not free? Moron. And thirdly, I'm here fighting for your right, child, to defend yourself. So if you listen to Jim Lucas, you would understand that he is advocating for children to be able to legally carry weapons, firearms, deadly weapons of war even. Is that what he's saying? Because I don't think that that's on the table in Indiana. Here's a little bit about what, here's some quotes from the people who are in the moment from the State House file. Lucas shows guns, students feel fear Tuesday at the State House. Students from Burris Laboratory School in Muncie who were visiting the State House Tuesday said they felt threatened after Representative Jim Lucas, Republican of Seymour, opened his coat and flashed a handgun. The students, members of Students Demand Action, had traveled to Indianapolis to attend the annual advocacy day held at the state capitol to ask lawmakers to do more to curb gun violence. When the students encountered Lucas on an elevator in the State House, he struck up a conversation and asked them why they were at the legislature. The students responded that they were there to talk to lawmakers about their concerns about guns. Lucas subsequently invited the group to step outside and have a quick conversation about the issue. A video made by one of the students, Mike Hanna 5 17, captures Lucas, the students, and a parent chaperone, Allison Case, discussing gun laws and school shootings. A few minutes into the discussion, Lucas flashed his gun to the teenagers by lifting his blazer. "I'm carrying right now," Lucas told the group. You've already seen that. Here's what 5 said. "My heart sank to my stomach. I genuinely felt unsafe in the moment. And I really just wanted the conversation to kind of end after that. It kind of almost felt like a threat to me," 5 continued. "I want to say that's not how he meant it, but when you show someone that you have a gun on you, there's no way really other to mean anything besides a threat." A short time later, Lucas became frustrated when another student, Alana Trissel, 17, began saying her worries about gun violence were distracting her from worrying about normal teenager things. The lawmaker then abruptly ended the conversation and walked away. This is what he had to say. It really gives you a glimpse into the mind's eye of a man with so little decency inside of him that he would do this. He says he was simply showing an inanimate object in order to prove a point about guns. Quote, "People that want to have adult conversations, I think, need to be able to handle adult situations," he said, referring to the students. He added he felt they did not handle the situation well. If they felt intimidated by somebody like myself, just simply showing them something that is protected by our Constitution. First of all, your gun is not protected by the Constitution, dipshit. Your right to self-defense is protected by the Constitution. Your right of ownership. The unbelievably shocking ignorance about what the Constitution says and does not say, protects, and what it does not protect is astounding to me. That a man who purports to be an expert in his field, someone who has been given great power to write legislation, to represent a constituency, has zero understanding of the very document he rose his right hand and swore an oath to serve and protect. It is baffling to me that a grown man would flash his gun at kids who tell them with their mouths earnestly that the thing they worry the most about is guns. This is the Republican Party in 2024. This is the Republican Party for the foreseeable future. They don't care because their facts, alternative facts, are more important than your feelings. Whatever the hell that means. What do you think? If you live in Indiana, I'd really love to know. If you live in this dipshit's district, I'd really love to know. 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me as always, daily@dollemore.com. I'd love to hear from you. It's perplexing, is it not? Follow me on social media. I'm at Dollemore everywhere on Twitter and TikTok, Threads, Facebook, all of them. If you're there, I'm there. I'm not encouraging you to sign up, but if you're there, I'm at Dollemore. If you want to help support this work, click the join button below, become a channel member for $2 a month, hit the super thanks button, or go over to my Patreon page, patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. I love and appreciate you. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for caring about the world we live in, making it a better place for everyone, even idiots like Jim Lucas. Be genuine. Take care. One another.